What's up, guys? FutureGameDev here, and welcome back to another episode of FGD Plays. Today, we have for you Does Not Commute. This game just hit Android the other day, and I'm assuming it hit iOS a while ago because a lot of people are talking about it. But the major premise of this game is you are driving, to work. Dentist Charles Schneider leaves his house and heads to his clinic on Glover Boulevard. And that's basically how the game starts. You take the guy to work. Seems simple enough. But then you have the next driver. Postwoman Betty is very efficient, so she always has time to stop and see Mr. Beck. And now we're driving, and there's the car we just drove. And you can see where this can go. It's a really quirky game. I love the words that it has about all these people. Mrs. Mayfield is late to the office. Her husband kept her with his constant talk of Yorkshire Terriers this morning. There's some really goofy stuff in here. I just love it. This game, it's quirky, and I love the mechanics of it, so I just wanted to show this to you guys. Mrs. Beck is on her way home. She forgot her key card to the office. How clumsy. Poor lady. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. The ambulance is on its way to the Beck's house. There's been an accident. You find a lot of stuff with the Becks. I haven't gone all the way through to see if this actually turns into something, but it's kind of funny to watch. Ice Cream Man Hernandez is on his way to the general store to buy rodenticide. Why is the Ice Cream Man needing rodenticide? There's strange stuff mixed in here, and there's just a big smile slapped on my face. Advertiser Mr. Baker drives to work whispering the same slogan to himself every morning. Less emotions, more promotions. If you say so, but I'm not feeling you on that one. I'm just not there. School bus driver Miss Santiago thinks the best thing about the kids being loud is that no one can hear you cry. That's kinda sad, actually. Oh my! Listen to the kids scream. So this is where you start to cross yourself, and you really have to think about where you're driving, and you really start complaining when you hit a car, but then you can't because you realize, I drove that car that I hit. Leisure driver and binocular owner Mr. Turner knows a little bit about everyone in the neighborhood. Today he learned how enthusiastic Mr. Beck is about leopard pattern underwear. Did not want to know that. Nope, did not want to know that. So we've got some power-ups here. Turbo makes your car go a little faster, and then you can outrun some of the cars that you've driven. In other scenarios, it's not quite as helpful. So you just need to know where the cars are coming from that hurt. I'm basically trying to get that upgrade. Garbage Man Dwayne has been collecting the garbage in this neighborhood for quite some time. 3 years ago, he found a crumpled photo of Mrs. Beck in the trash can. He's kept it in his wallet ever since. Sweet, but kind of creepy for a garbage man. Not really sure what to think of that. Everyone thinks the man in this car is Mr. Lee, but Mr. Lee is long gone. Lord knows who this man is, but he looks and talks like Mr. Lee. That's good enough for most people. What? What? Well then, who are you? I don't understand. That's what I'm talking about. Widowed Mrs. Clemens is certain that the ghost of her husband has possessed a car. Like every time on this day of the week, she's off to see an expert on the matter. Why would her dead husband possess a car? Speaking of cars that are acting possessed. Let's take the roundabout this way. Roundabouts are supposed to go this way. Seems to make sense. Julia makes her way to work in the city. She doesn't particularly enjoy it. In fact, she's thinking about heading home to call in sick. I would call in sick too. But then again, I've actually had a fantastic day considering it's Monday. As Julia got closer to the office, she decided to skip work. Now she's on her way to the closest Buy More mall to buy fireworks, methylated spirits, and a hammer drill. That's a very specific list, but I'm not quite sure what you can do with all of those. Maybe somebody in the comments knows, but I'm not quite sure. Mr. Olson recently acquired a moped, on which he rides to see his spiritual advisor. The very same spiritual advisor sold him the moped. The vehicle consecration was very difficult and expensive process. There's some weird stuff that goes on as this continues, including the spiritual advisor. He's kind of off there. Inventor and designer Miss Fitzpatrick is on her way to work at V-Intelligence Incorporated. She's just finished a very interesting prototype for an anonymous client. That's a very difficult to pronounce company name. V-Intelligence? Vehicular Intelligence? I don't know. This car doesn't have a driver. Isn't that strange? I love how it just throws you... Oh my, this car goes fast. I love how it just throws you a curveball every now and then. It just expects you to cope. Oh boy. It's very fast. Oh, it's so fast. We're running into buildings. Okay, that worked. Who next? Mr. Mayfield is especially happy today. He's heading to the fantasy suit store. They finally have an adult-sized Yorkshire Terrier suit back in stock. This is the guy that's obsessed with Yorkshire Terriers. Oh my, okay. Time for another upgrade. Traction control. Makes you go a little slower, but you have better control on the turns. Oh, that was so close. Dentist Charles Schneider skipped lunch today and went to the library instead. He's heading back to the clinic with books, Temporal Paradoxes and Retrocasuality in Practice. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Has he killed someone? Maybe... Ms. Clemens leaves the spiritual advisor with $500 less in her wallet. Okay. $500 to a spiritual advisor. That seems like a steep bill to me. Mr. Beck takes a taxi home, as a recent surgery has prohibited him to drive the car. Well, Mr. Beck, I hope you have a nice day, provided this taxi driver does not kill you. Pantsless driving is one of a kind pleasure, Dr. Trevino thinks to herself as she smiles to the other motorists on her way to a lunch meeting. Okay, well, I guess some people do strange things. I did not realize this was one of them. Mr. Lee leads a very pleasant life, thanks the man who calls himself Mr. Lee. He just kissed Mr. Lee's wife goodbye, dropped off Mr. Lee's kids at school, and is now driving to Mr. Lee's work. Right, this is the impersonator. The guy who everybody expects he's Mr. Lee. I mean, he might as well be. Right? It's creepy but funny. Garbage Man Dwayne often makes time to stop by museums during the day. He finds it inspirational for his own sculptures. He's currently working on one called Mrs. Beck. There's something wrong with... Oh my! There's something wrong with the people in this city. I'm just saying. There's something off with them all. He got a picture of her 3 years ago, and he's making a sculpture? Police Officer Johnson checked the license of a very friendly doctor earlier. His cheeks seemed a little rosy. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can grab this upgrade right here. Oh yeah! Nailed it. Oh, don't hit the cars. Oh, alright. Advertiser Mr. Baker just had an expensive lunch. Sadly enough, Mr. Baker was born with a severe taste bud disorder, making it impossible for him to smell or taste. Nice and pricey is tasty and spicy, Mr. Baker whispers. I don't understand. Oh my. I don't understand the people in this city. There's something wrong with all of them. They're all messed up. And they're all making traffic for each other. We're all going to run into each other at some point. Federal investigator Ben Womack just left the bureau. He's in charge of time and space investigations. It's not an official department yet. Ben is the only person at the bureau who actually knows about it. Oh, can we get this? Yes, we can, because we not so good. Let's try some armor. See if we can bulk up. And try not to hit anyone. Oh, yes. We actually didn't need the armor. We just needed to drive in the right direction. Spiritual advisor Clark Jensen is productive today. He consulted a few clients this morning and was just at the bank where he transferred a considerable amount of money to V Intelligence Incorporated. He's now on his way to the beach. Yeah, the shady spiritual advisor. Oh, is getting impaled. Maybe we should go a little faster. I mean, you just ripped off a few people. You probably should be careful. All right, here we go. I'm just going to go until I run out of time because this is a really quirky but fun game. Spiritual advisor Clark Jensen is on his way to an open-air lecture called The Great Beyond and the Spirits of Vehicles. There will be a short seance after the lecture. Spirits of vehicles? Come on. How does that even make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't make sense to me. Mrs. Mayfield makes her way back home after a busy day at work. She's tired and wishes to have one night without conversations about Yorkshire Terriers. I feel your pain, but sadly for you, you're married to him. I'm not. I'm just playing the Vigi game. Oh, I can't start sounding like Kurt J. Mac. That's going to sound like plagiarism. Oh, come on, just limp through. We're almost there. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. A group of ornithologists leave the beach in haste after hearing strange rumors of dodo sightings on Glower Boulevard. Dodo sightings. Sounds riveting. Ah! There's the thing. We gotta make sure we don't go off the road. Alrighty. Ornithologists, ho! Here we go. Here we go. Nope. There we don't. That could have gone particularly better. But we gained 20 seconds, so why not lose 6? Jennifer Womack was enjoying her day in the sun when she got a call. Her brother has gone missing. His Ferris wheel obsession is difficult enough, but she wishes he would accept that he's a simple cleaner and stop going on fantasy adventures. Okay. Fantasy adventures for the theme park cleaner. That's interesting. Oh, the insights into these people's lives is what makes this game worth it. Otherwise, the mechanic would just be, okay. An ice cream man Hernandez can't wait for all the customers to enjoy his ice cream at the beach. Well, I would too. It's a good day for ice cream. It's a perfect, oh my. Oh, wow. 3-way impalement. That was good. Okay. Look out. There we go. Off to the beach for ice cream. Hobby philosopher, Mr. Price, had an epiphany on his way to the beach. A four-wheeler is a strangely unspecific name for a vehicle like this. He shouts happily to no one in particular. It's true, though. It's a strange name because most every vehicle has 4 wheels. Irene Spencer has loved boats ever since she was 3. She is now 6. There's a 6-year-old driving a boat! Are you kidding me? This is how crazy this game gets. I love it. Federal investigator Ben Womack is on his way to check some strange activity involving blinking lights and loud noises on Glower Boulevard. There was something going on there with the dodo sighting, wasn't there? I think there was. Yeah, this is the way. I don't want to get lost. The Wilson family suddenly fell ill and is now heading home from the beach. What a shame. Oh, and there was the sighting there, so people are getting sick from it. Oh my. They're all going to die. Let's give them a little extra speed. They're sick anyway. They need to get home and rest. Here we go. Here we go. Don't hit the thing. Oh, this is getting along. Mrs. Nelson is looking forward to the lazy day at the beach after her dental checkup. It was all a bit fuzzy still. That didn't look like a regular x-ray machine. I'm not quite sure what to think of that. What else could look like an x-ray machine? Accountant Mr. Hall imagines all kinds of exciting jobs. Mr. Hall is taking his imagination very seriously. Today he's a stuntman, and there's a big scene involving explosions and a complicated jump over the pier. So he's not actually a stuntman, he's just pretending to be? I'm not sure what to think of that. Mr. Satil and his children are on their way back home from the beach. Earlier than expected. They're all feeling sick. Everybody's getting sick from the beach, and that's making me a little worried. That can't be good. Oh my. Don't die. Don't die. Okay. Businessman Robert Crazy Bob Foley is enjoying the waves today. How could anyone want to drive a car when there's an ocean as beautiful as this? He wonders. Well, let's get that boat going and find out. There's a 20 sitting right there, and I would really like to have it, but I can't. Advertiser Mr. Baker heads out to the pier for some inspiration. From his own boat, he observes the happy couples on the beach. A man alone is a man on the throne, he whispers to himself. If you say so, look out for the boat, look out for the boat. Except you're not alone. You're with other boats. One of the vans from the Bureau has gone missing, and federal investigator Mia Chaney is on the case. She has a hunch about the whereabouts of the suspect. I'm gonna see if I can go this way and catch. Oh yeah, extra 20 seconds. I think I needed that. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, definitely needed that. Give it to me, give it to me. Yes, all right. Now go. I actually haven't made it this far, so I'm not sure what's about to happen. But this is so confusing. I love it. All right, let's see. I'll read it later. This is an emulator anyway. Federal investigator Mia Chaney is trying to find her prime suspect, that strange cleaner who's always a little too interested in the Bureau's work. He's always talking about the amusement park, too. I wonder if that's the guy that went missing. That could be fun. Amusement parks. I love amusement parks. Mr. Grantham is on his way home from the dentist. That strange man couldn't stop talking about wormholes, Mr. Grantham thinks to himself. Oh, that did not work. Ooh, alien music. That can't be encouraging. Look out for the car. Alright, take the shortcut, grab an extra 10 seconds. So guys, this is Does Not Commute, and I went the wrong way. Tell you what, let's take the loop and grab both of those 10-second pickups. I think that'll do nicely. Does Not Commute has just hit on the Google Play Store. I hope that email did not get in your face. It's just hit on the Google Play Store, but I would assume it's been out on iOS for some time. Links for all of this will be in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure and throw a like on it and show your support. Looks like Julia is really enjoying her day off, and I am too. So until next time, unless the internet explodes, I'm the Future Game Dev. You guys take care.